Namaste viewers, I welcome all of you to my presentation. Presentation is on selective dissemination of information. I am Manorma Tripathi, working as librarian at Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. This presentation will focus on selective dissemination of information. And viewers, you should know that selective dissemination of information is a service. It's based on the concept of personal service. It is directed towards individuals or researchers working on the same research project in an organization. It is a personalized current awareness service where newly received items of information are matched with users' interest profile, and only those items which are selected which match with the user's profile, they are sent or they are notified to the users on a regular basis. This concept was given by H.P. Luhan in 1961, and this service within an organization concerns itself with machine-assisted channeling of new items of information. This is important. Machine-assisted channeling of new items of information from various sources to those points within the organization where the probability of usefulness in connection with the current work of interest is high. That means libraries procure information, they procure information sources, and in order to make optimum use of information, this personalized service is offered. That means information which is procured, which is organized, is directed, is channelized to the points where it is used or where it may be used to the most. So I'll focus on what are the different components of selective dissemination of information. It is also known as SDI. SDI system comprises 6 components: user profile, document database, matching mechanism, notification, feedback mechanism, and modification of the profiles. Now, what is user profile? To provide SDI service, first user profile is created. The expression of user interest as a combination of subject and non-subject terms is called user profile. Here, user is asked to specify his subject interest, names of persons and organizations whose work relate to his or her field of interest, and details of some articles he or she found most useful in his or her current area of research. And this information is used to select terms which specify user interest most precisely. The terms to describe user's interest are drawn from the same indexing vocabulary that is used by the document database. Now, document database. It is a computerized file containing recent documents with complete bibliographical details along with the terms representing subject content of the documents. The terms chosen to describe document contents are usually drawn from a thesaurus, which is a controlled vocabulary. Now, what happens? The user profile is matched with the documents. Matching mechanism at fixed interval, which may be weekly or fortnightly. User profile and document profile are compared by a software system. As per the instructions, whenever a close match is observed between the user profile and the document record, the details of both the records are noted by the system. Notification. Each individual user is sent notification from the system whenever a close match is observed between his profile and document record. The notification is sent to alert the user about the recent items about his or her research interest. which are available in the document database. It may include citation of the documents or citations with abstracts or keywords. Then feedback is very important because simply deploying a service or simply providing a service is not enough. Library should know how the users are finding the service, whether it is serving the very purpose for which it was introduced. So this feedback is very important, and it's very important feature of SDI system. Here users assess the relevance as usefulness of items received by them through the system and provides regular feedback. That means users are contacted and they provide that the services or the contents which they are being extended by the library are useful for them or not. So they provide, if they want any change, they may provide their feedback. If they want the system, if they want the library to modify, or they may users may provide their feedback. So in the light of the feedback which library receives, or in the light of the suggestions which users offer, library may make changes. Modification of profiles. Feedback from the users is analyzed, and if required, the user profile is modified or readjusted. Libraries also provide subject-oriented services. The title announcement service and contents by journal service are subject-oriented services. They are on broad subject areas and serve several individuals. Here, each individual has to browse through the entire list to select the items of his or her interest, whereas SDI service, which is oriented towards users' current research interest, provides only those items which are most useful to the users. This type of service not only saves the efforts and time of the busy researcher, but also ensures all relevant items of information are brought to his or her notice as early as possible. Then research in progress type of publication is another type of current awareness service, and it provides information on the current research and development activities in various research institutions in our country. Such type of publication or database provide details of ongoing research projects in an institutions, names of principal and associate researchers of each research projects, funds and sources of funds of the project, and duration of the project, and special equipment, if any, which is there, which has been used. So research in progress bulletin, they highlight what are the research activities which are going on, what are the projects which are going on, and details of the projects. For example, who is the investigator, chief investigator, who is the associate investigator, and which is the funding body involved, and how are there any special equipment which have been procured. So all these details are available in research in progress bulletins. In addition, it provides a brief description of the progress of the subject. That means what was initiated, what is the status now, what is the progress now. All these things are provided in research in progress bulletins. And such types of publications are generally brought out by a parent body which funds or controls a group of research organizations like CSIR, ICMR, ICAR, and so on and so forth. And how these research in progress bulletins help researchers. These bulletins assist the researchers to contact experts as well as institutions currently working in his or her area of research. These bulletins help researchers in exploring the priority areas of research. These bulletins help avoid duplication of research efforts, and then it helps planners and policy makers to identify areas of research for funding purposes. Then we also have newspaper clipping service. Libraries also provide newspaper clipping service. Under this service, libraries provide important news items of interest published in national and international newspapers to the organization. To provide the service, selected newspapers are scanned every day and news items that are important for the organization are selected, cut and pasted on plain paper or card. Each news item is assigned a specific subject heading or class number. At periodic intervals, for example, daily or weekly, these news items, which are also commonly called clippings, are arranged by subject headings or by class number, and these clippings are circulated among the users. In small organizations, the clippings themselves are circulated to the key people in the organization. In large organizations with more number of people, news clippings are duplicated and disseminated to the users in the form of a bulletin. And this kind of service, newspaper clipping service, is quite common in media libraries, libraries of government departments, industrial organizations, and financial institutions. Further, we also have e-newspaper clipping service. Earlier, entire process of preparation and dissemination of newspaper clipping service was carried out manually. At present, the service is provided electronically by many libraries, information centers and commercial operators using ICT, information communication technologies and web technologies. This has improved the access, delivery and searching of clippings in a web environment. And it's important for you to know that there are a number of softwares which are available for providing this service. For example, NIC Library has developed new application software called Newsnick for providing e-news clipping service. The software provides a web-based full text access to news items using web interface. Then MCIT, Ministry of Communication and Information Technology libraries, are using this software to provide e-news service online to their clients staying in different parts of the country. Then there are other value-added information services which libraries provide. Value addition aspect of information services can be organized into following groups: selection and organization of information, subject and contents analysis, links to e-resources including full-text e-journals, information analysis, evaluation, synthesis and repackaging. Selection and organization of information. In indexing and abstracting services, some form of value addition is carried out by selecting and bringing together in convenient form items of information scattered over a wide range of primary sources such as primary research periodicals, information service research reports, conference proceedings, theses and dissertations. Subject and contents analysis. The basic process involved in indexing and abstracting of information is analysis of information. In indexing activity, it is subject analysis, and in abstracting activity, it is contents analysis. Both subject analysis and contents analysis are intellectual activities which add value to these services. The subject analysis provides appropriate keywords for searching and accessing the documents. And contents analysis provide precise summary for identifying the relevance of the document. Now, links to e-resources including full-text journal articles. Table of contents service of many libraries provide links to full-text electronic journals and articles within the journals for browsing as well as for printing by their clients. Providing full-text links to e-resources is most important value addition service provided by the present-day libraries and information centers. And it's very important for you to, for viewers to know that libraries also provide reading list to students. And under reading list, what happens? They use different kinds of software which are available, content management software, and in this libraries provide links to all important readings. Readings may include details of books which are available in print. They may also include links to chapters in ebooks. They may include links to journal articles which are there available in the library. So reading list is an important example where library provides links to e-resources including full text e-journals, book chapters, chapters from conference volumes, articles from conference volumes, and so on and so forth. Information analysis, evaluation, synthesis, and repackaging. There are different activities which are carried out to provide this type of service. First, the target user's needs are studied. Then, selection of relevant information sources is done. This is followed by evaluation of information contained in these sources, and then analysis and extraction of most relevant information contained in these sources. Synthesis of extracted information, which involves arranging and merging of extracted information from many sources, and it also involves compression of information into structure and in the form which is most suited for target users. Then restructuring and packaging the information. Restructuring process deals with the contents or substance of information, while packaging deals with the form of its presentation. And dissemination of the product and service, and getting feedback from users for improvement. After the information is analyzed, evaluated, synthesized, and repackaged, and it is extended to the users, this feedback serves as an important mechanism. These value-added services cover a wide range of products. Some of them are state-of-the-art reports, market reports, assessment reports, briefing papers, data compilation and tables, executive summary, brochures, posters, and so on and so forth. Some of these value-added product services are directed towards specialists. For example, science and technology reviews, state-of-the-art reviews, some towards people in business and industry. Examples are business, commerce, and market summaries. Some are for farmers and general public, like extension services, health services in the form of films, manuals, posters, brochures, and so on and so forth. Organization and management of reference and information service. Under this, assessment of users' information needs is done. Then types of services to be offered include responsive as well as anticipatory information services, reference collection in print as well as in electronic form. Their organization and maintenance is important. Staff for managing and providing the services needs to be well aware of different sources. Then physical facilities should be there. Libraries should have physical computing facilities. They should have computers and telecommunication networks in order to extend these services. Then getting feedback and evaluation of these services from time to time at regular intervals is also very important, because simply providing or deploying services is not enough. Libraries need to survey, need to collect feedback, need to collect inputs from the users for whom the services are intended, whether they are getting benefited, whether they are getting any benefit out of those services or not. In case the users or researchers provide some feedback or suggestions, then services can be modified, can be changed accordingly. Then libraries should also attend to the financial liabilities. They must take care of whether some financial liability will be there in providing such services. As you can see on the screen, it's homepage of Indian Council of Social Science Research, NESDOC, and how it provides current awareness service or research information services to the researchers. For example, it prepares bibliography on social science literature. It prepares list of new arrivals, list of new additions with summaries. Then it also provides annotated index to Indian social science journals which are available in the library. And then it provides current contents, it provides ready access to bibliographic details of articles from the recently published leading journals, leading scholarly journals in social science, and which are available in NESDOC. That means it provides current information about the current contents of the journals which are scholarly journals which are available in NESDOC. And this service is known as table of contents. So this is an example of how libraries provide current awareness services to the users or to the researchers. And it's important for you to know that selective dissemination of information, now libraries are, since information communication technologies are there, technologies help, then libraries, how they use how they provide, for example, different journals are there, and users or researchers can subscribe to email alert, to their email alert, in order to get information about the latest articles which are which as and when the articles or which get published, or as and when the new issues come up. So email alert is very important for the viewers to know, and you can yourself subscribe to some of the email alert or RSS feed in order to get information pertaining to your area of research. So this is how journals, scholarly journals help. RSS feeds are there. You can subscribe to RSS feeds or email alerts of the journals and get information of information pertaining to your area of research. So summing up, we have seen the presentation has covered selective dissemination of information. This is a personalized service which is offered to the researchers, and it has talked about its various components, for example, user component, then documents database, then we have user profile, documents database, then matching is done, then feedback is collected, and after matching is done, and when matching is found, then notification is sent to the users, and feedback is also collected in order to improve or modify the service. Then we have talked about subject-oriented services, research in progress bulletin, then links to e-journals including full-text e-journals, then how libraries analyze, evaluate, synthesize and repackage information to provide personalized service to the researchers. I hope you have benefited from this presentation. Thank you very much.